Hello and welcome to the certificate course in Konkani Proficiency. This is Edna Vaz. Today I'll be taking the third module, Speaking Skill or Ulop Kaushalya in Konkani. So in this module I'll be talking about gender, number and person in Konkani. And for the remaining lectures I'll be talking about tense in Konkani. Gender, also called as Linga. Number, also called as Vachan. And person, also called as Purush, are features that affect some grammatical categories in a language, and the categories that get affected by these features are called as declinables or words that change. Vyay means to change, and the words that do not change are called as avyay. So these three features, linga, vachan, purush, or gender, number, and person, influence certain grammatical categories. For example, the nouns or naam, pronouns or sarvanam, adjectives, visheshan, and verbs, kriyapad. In the next lectures, I'll be talking about tense in Konkani. So before I begin, I would like to briefly talk about the sounds that I have used in these slides. Konkani is a language that has many sounds which are not represented by the Devanagari script. So I have used what is called as IPA, which is the International Phonetic Alphabet. The main aim of IPA is to represent all the sounds in a given language. So, because of the limitation of the Devanagari script, and also because all might not be very familiar with the Devanagari script, I have used these IPA sounds or IPA symbols. These you will find in any dictionaries. For example, the Oxford dictionaries have the sound of the word mentioned in this type of brackets. So the first sound is a central vowel. It is called as a central vowel. It is written as like this. And the nearest grapheme or character that can be used or was used by writers, Konkani writers such as Shanay Goimbab, was to write a and then a mark like this. Okay. The second symbol is called the Shwa. Okay. And the sound is a, the simple a sound in Konkani or any other languages. The third symbol is for a. This symbol written like an I is E. Okay. If you want to write the long E, you just have to write I and then put two visarga. Okay. U is for U. Long U is written as U with two dots. Okay. We have A in the written form, which is written as like this. If we want to write A, the symbol is like this, and the pronunciation is with a Ardha Chandra above any word. Pronunciation is this, A. Then we have O, symbol is small o, and the pronunciation is O, or like this mark. For O, the symbol is like this, In the written form, it will be like this only, but the pronunciation will be O. This mark represents the anuswar or nasalization. Sorry. This nasalization is very important in Konkani because if you don't put nasal mark on any words, the meaning changes. Okay. So I have told about this mark. The visarga is for long sounds or long vowels. This mark represents the Mahapran or aspiration. These two symbols, this is T and small s, this is D and small z. This represents what is called as the dental affricate. In the written form we have Z. This represents Z. Okay. This symbol T and big S like symbol represents Ch. D and Z represents J. Now in Devanagari script we just have one line Ch, Ch, Z, Z and this Nya. However, in Konkani we have two sounds for this letter, two sounds for this letter. Okay. So it is very important that we know the distinction between these two sounds. So ch is a dental affricate which is written like this. Okay. So I have written this symbol for ch. For z it is d and small z. For ch it is t and s like symbol. For j it is d and z. All retroflex sounds which are called as Matiya Nad in Konkani are written with a hook. Okay. So in Devanagari script we have T, Th, D, D and N. Okay. And in IPA they are written as T, T with a hook, D with a hook. Sorry, this is Th, T with a hook, and for the aspiration of Mahapran we write H, small h. Okay, this one. This is D, D with a hook. This is D, D, and this one. And N is N with a hook. Okay, T, Th, D, D, N. Okay, so these are the symbols. There are other ways of writing or representing sounds in a language, but I think this is the best way because this is the way we can represent or show the distinction in the sounds of a language properly. Okay. So now coming back to the main point, gender in Konkani. So what do we mean by gender? Okay. By gender, we are referring to the grammatical gender of words in a language and not the natural or the biological gender of a given word. Okay. So biological gender or natural gender given by the nature to an entity or an object or a person is of being a male or a female. However, what we are referring to what we are referring to gender is the grammatical gender. That is how the language assigns a certain gender to a certain word. Okay. In Konkani, or it might be the case for other languages also, sometimes the grammatical gender and biological gender match. Okay. For example, in Konkani we have go, the word for husband. We have dukur, okay, this is o. Chalo, which means boy or son. These are all males, okay? And the grammatical gender is also masculine, which represents male. Similarly, in the female category, we have words such as bail, woman or wife, chali, girl or daughter, bokdi, she goat. These belong to the biological gender of being a female, and also in the language also they belong to the feminine category. Konkani has 3 grammatical genders: masculine called as purushling, feminine called as striling, and the neuter gender called the aling. Okay, so how to identify words belonging to these categories is to look at their endings or their phonetic form. Okay, I will talk about this in detail in the next lecture.